Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. It is February 11th and it's about, let's see, 6:30 on Monday. I just got off work and this is just basically, it's an impromptu video because I didn't plan to do it this evening, but it's not impromptu because it's been in the works. Basically, what I'm here to do today is to show you guys how I shade in my brows, how I shape them. I've received several compliments on my job. You guys know I work a full-time job as well as interior styling and real estate. And being in the public, depending on what my job duty is for the week, I do tend to put on a little bit of makeup when I'm up front. Not necessarily the foundation and all that, but just I like to make sure my brows are done at least, and my mascara and my liner, as you can see. Now, please keep in mind, I am not a professional. This is something that I decided to do when, or let's say after, like I said, several compliments, and I thank you guys. That makes me feel great that you would actually say, hey, I love your brows. What do you do? How do you make this happen? So I just decided one day, you know what? I'll see if I can record a YouTube video just like I would on home decor, interior styling, and staging. Why not try a video on shaping my brows? I've never recorded a makeup video before because I'm not a makeup guru at all. I'm not a professional. Like I said, not a guru. That's just not, I'm not it. However, I think for the working woman that you want to look nice going to work every day, and maybe you don't want the full face of makeup every day, but you'd still like to polish it up, so to speak. I'm not using the correct terms, you guys, but I'm winging it here, so just work with me. So this will be a look. You can take what I give you or what I show you and apply it as needed, or maybe fit it in, to what you're already doing. Just take what you need from it, basically. So I don't have on any eyeshadow today, if you guys can see there. Because some mornings when I get up, sometimes these brows will take me a minute to get them just right. I'm really particular about them. So I think I'm so particular because I have seen some brows that scare me a bit. And that's not to be funny at all. I've seen some brows that really make me afraid. And don't get me wrong, when I first started out, sometimes my brows looked a bit aggressive, maybe a bit darker, and that was because of the pencil I was using. Sometimes you can be a bit heavy-handed with that pencil or the pomade, just depending on what you're using. But what I have seen, I don't think it has anything to do with the coloring. It's just what's going on, period. And I'm not here to shame anyone. I am not. So and just keep in mind that anyone that has come to me and expressed wanting to know my process, I'm not speaking of any of these women at all. None of these beautiful women. I've just seen some women come in and I was like, wow, I was just amazed at what was going on. And typically the ones that are like that make me wonder, they don't want your opinion on how they look, believe me. And I'm not trying to give my opinion. I do the best I can not to keep from staring, at what I'm seeing. And just to give you an example, what I have seen, I have seen women with these brows completely gone, just no hair. It's completely shaved off, okay? Completely shaved off. And that's what you don't want to do. So I'm just giving you some of my do's and don'ts. And like I said, I'm not a makeup artist or a guru. These are Angela Richardson's do's and don'ts. Okay. But once again, you gotta do what feels good to you, what looks good to you. Now, once again, I wouldn't suggest shaving all of your hair off. Now, some people, you may not be able to grow much there, and that's totally different. If you can't, then you have to create your own brow, and then you want to follow the brow bone, the shape of your brow bone, versus giving yourself a completely different shape altogether. That's what, I don't think you want to do that from what I've seen. What some women, you know, shave it all off. It's bare and you see the bone, like you can see the lightness here. And then what they'll do is take that pencil and it's like all the way up here like that. I've seen it. I have seen it. I kid you not. No hair, and they have given themselves a completely different shape of a brow. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be done. I really don't. So once again, that's not to shame anyone. I'm doing this because I have been asked. And then also, even for those that haven't asked, just to say, hey, you know, just, you know, if you can get any tips or hints from it, please do so. Now I'm gonna stop rambling, okay? Excuse me. Now this is what I wore. This is my, how I look just coming home from work. I decided, you know what, instead of trying to get this done in the mornings before I leave the house, or on the weekends when I'm racing out, then I don't have time to turn on the camera, just do it after work. Just do it after work. So that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna get started, and before I do, I hope the camera's at a good angle. I have it sitting so you can kind of see what my brows as I work, because my mirror is right here. I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see me without interrupting the light. Hopefully we'll get a good angle, okay? So now I do use different products. Right now I'm using Mary Kay, but I'm going to let you guys know I plan to brand my own products. That's something that's on my, that's a goal of mine, to brand my own products, because I use enough liner to brand my own, so I don't have to keep buying somebody else's. Okay. All right. I'm digging off in my little makeup bag that I take with me. So this is a brow gel that I use by Mary Kay. You guys excuse my nails. This is a brow gel here. Show you what how this looks. It's got some of my coloring in it, as you can see from the pencil. Okay, that comes at the end. This is what you'll need as well. You can see that. See that angled brush? See the tip of it? I hope you guys can see that. The slant of that. You're going to need that in the end. And this is also, is this a Mary Kay brush? I think it is. Yeah, I've had it for a bit. Now y'all don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. This is also a Mary Kay tool, the little comb and brush set that all the teeth are gone. I don't know how that happened, but they gone. I do have another one here, y'all. It's just not by Mary Kay. I think I just picked this up from the store, from the drugstore. I've never even used this end of the pencil. I might want to try that out, this color, to see how it works. And that's another thing that makes a difference, you guys. You want to think about the color of the pencil, the brow pencil that you're using. That makes a difference. You want to go as close to the color of your brows as possible. And for me, with Mary Kay, I use a pencil. It's actually brunette, I believe. And y'all, now my pencils, I have ordered some, so I was trying to wait before I did this video because, but sorry. So here's one little one, and then I have several of these little ones, okay? But they will work. I'm gonna use this until it's gone, believe me, honey, because they cost enough. But and what I typically like to do is sharpen them. Here's another one. I'll sharpen this. It's good to have a nice sharp pencil. Okay. Here's another one. So, and then I have one in my little to-go bag here. It's probably longer than the rest, but that's all right. And here's another one. So, and then you also, I would suggest keeping a Q-tip. You want to get you some Q-tips. I'm sitting at my vanity table, so if you guys have a place that you can sit and do your makeup in the mornings, that would be great. Or a place in your bedroom or just your closet somewhere, a little dressing table just for you, that will work with some good lighting. You need some good lighting, okay? And if you don't, I can help you with that as well. Interior styling, that's my thing. Oh, and then here, concealer, Mary Kay concealer. This one is Perfecting Concealer. And you may say, what do I need concealer for my brows? This right here is basically the key. It's going to give you that nice polished look. Because as you guys can see, and this morning I was kind of rushing, but it's just enough. This is just enough for the professional woman, so you don't look like you're over the top every day. You still want to look natural. You want to enhance what you have. You want to look natural. You don't want to look made up. You want to still look like yourself when you remove your makeup, okay? If you happen to go to work that day without your makeup on, you still want to look like yourself. Okay, so let's see, what else? Oh, let me show you this here just to give you guys a few tips also before we get started. Excuse me, these are my tweezers. I've had these tweezers for years and I love them, by Revlon. I do tweeze my brows. Some of you may get them waxed or threaded. I've done all that. I started off getting them tweezed years ago. And whew, oh, but anyways, I'm used to it now, so this is it. And just as a tip, this is something that can actually help you keep your brows shaped up. Now, you see how right now the brow, I'm sorry, you see that? Looks pretty clean under there. Just say when you come home from work in the evenings, and if you have a little time or just whenever, if you do your brows yourself, if you tweeze them, you can take that tweezer while you have this going on here, and you could go underneath any loose hairs that you may have. Take those tweezers and go in there and just kind of pluck them away. That kind of helps you keep it nice and cleaned up, okay? That's just a hint, you know. Sometimes I get a little overly excited and I pluck a little too much, but that's why we got the pencils, okay? Then you gotta let them grow back. So that's a little tip for you, but you don't have to have this out. It's good to keep it near. You know, you might see a stray hair or two. You want to pluck that out of there while you're, you know, getting yourself together. These little scissors, these are little manicure scissors here. I use these when I take my broken comb and brush. Because what I'll do is brush them up like this. This is just when I'm getting myself together, okay? Sometimes in the morning if I have to, but I try to do it, try to have it done already. But sometimes, you know, you just have to. If I don't put on anything over the weekend, then on Monday, my brows grow pretty quickly. Then I have to touch them up. So you see how brush that hair up in there? And sometimes I'll have to take my scissors, these little manicure scissors, and go along the edges here. I'm sorry, I might turn this way every now and again, y'all, just to look. Oh, I'm gonna have to for the mirror sometimes, just to show you. And just go in and kind of clean it up. That helps to kind of shape them as well. You would just go along the top here and just kind of clean it up, clean it up. And once again, what you don't want to do, don't go against the shape of your brows. When you go against the shape of what God already gave you, that's when you're going to have a problem. Just don't do that. Just go look at what you already have. This is what I would suggest to start off. Look at the shape of your brows, okay? If you go to get them tweezed, waxed, threaded, whatever yourself, if you go out to have that done, then they'll know, just let them know. First of all, don't tweeze them too thin. Don't arch them too thin. And once again, you're going with the shape of the brow. Anyone that you go to should know that already. So, but if you're doing it yourself, keep that in mind. Don't go against the shape of your own brow. Okay. And what we're going to do now, I think I've covered all this basic stuff, but I'll just talk a little bit more as I'm going along. I hope I'm not rambling too much. Like I said, this is my first makeup video, so I'll learn as we go along. So what I'm going to do right now, I have my Neutrogena makeup remover. Mary Kay has a really good one as well. Once again, I will be branding my own stuff, y'all. So just be on the lookout for that. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take this off to show you guys how I start my process. Okay, so you'll see now, looking at my brow right now, it's like there's a whole lot there. Well, let me show you. Just take it off. Okay, look at that. See the difference? And that looks really thin, doesn't it? And it looks really thin because you're wiping it away to the side here. So it looks as if, wow, she has really thin brows, like, and they are kind of thin. But when you brush them up, that's the key. That's another key. Guess we got a lot of keys, huh? Brush them up. That's why you don't want to, when you do start shaping them up or manicuring them, I guess I could say, don't cut it too short. Not too short, not too short. Okay? Just enough to shape it up. And see, now my brows, to be honest with you, I've plucked them kind of thin, like around here. Normally I would have a little bit more underneath there, a little bit more, but it's all good. I just know, like, slow your roll. I tell myself, slow down now, because you're getting a little tweezer happy. Okay? So let's take this one off here. Okay, there you go. They're gone. So now I look like I have bald-headed brows, y'all. Okay, there we go. But you see, I do have some. So you do, if you have hair there, don't cut it off. If you don't, we're going to show you how to follow that brow line. We're going to show you how to follow the brow line to create a nice brow. And my brows, I'm going to be honest with y'all, if I can find a picture, figure out how to stick it in here, I'm going to show y'all. My brows are actually naturally really thick, and you probably can tell they're really thick if I let them grow. But I don't like doing that. Okay, so, all right, what are we doing? I'm sorry. And then and like I said, go with the natural shape. You guys see, like here, there's a little peak. I kind of cut it a little bit. But right here, this is where my brows will peak, right here. They kind of grow like up, like that, at a little bit of a point, if you notice that. I didn't just cut that like that. They kind of grow that way. But the whole point is you take that pencil and you kind of shape it up. Give it an arch, a bit of an arch. All right. So now that that's gone, so you guys know before you apply any makeup, you always wash and moisturize your face. You know that. And then some of you may wear foundation and all. And, I think you have to use primer also. You do. Not I think, but you do. You want to put your primer on before your foundation and all that. So, okay. So now that we have removed that, I need to pull this close just a little bit so I can see. Trying to see if I need to touch up anything under there. So what I'm going to do first is just take my brush and just kind of brush the hair. Just brush it up, brush it up, brush it up. And we're going to follow that shape. Because you're going to take the brow gel in the end and you're going to set the hairs up so you're not having to just color it all in. That's what you don't want to do. Okay, so now let's make sure this is, I should have got another one of these. We'll just use a Q-tip. I want to make sure it's nice and dry, and it is. Excuse me. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, let me find one that's sharp. Let's just use this one. Sharpen it a little bit more. Okay, we'll just go with this one. If I have to sharpen some more, I will. I don't know if I told you guys, I do have a pomade as well that by Anastasia that we'll do that in another video. Sometimes I use both the pencil and the pomade. They work very well. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is take this little bitty pencil here that I don't work down to the nub. I hope you guys can see. I don't want it to get blurry. All right, trying to work my way in without it getting too blurry on you. Come on. I'm just going to go underneath. I hope you guys can tell. Underneath, see here? And I'm just going to outline the brow. Right here. Just outline the brow. See? Now, if you don't have the brow, you got to look and find your brow bone and just go right underneath of it. Right underneath of the brow bone, okay? So start here, typically in the middle of the brow, right here where that arch, where it begins to arch, because you tend to be a little bit heavy-handed when you start off. So if you go in there first, then it's okay, okay? If you start here, if you're a little heavy-handed. So I'm gonna work my way here, and you notice I'm gonna start like right here, okay? And then I'm just gonna arch it. Just going to go in here, see, and I'm just gonna outline the brow. And what this does, this right here, use that to go underneath if you have to and just clean anything up. If you got a little heavy-handed with it and maybe got inside here, just use that to kind of clean it up. That'll help shade it out also. So now we're going to go up on top of the brow, and I'm going to start here. Once again, start here, then here. Right up top, and then I'm just going to draw it down, just like that. See that? Kind of filling that tail in a little bit. But not too much, not too heavy, because we're not done. Then I'm going to go here up top, and we're going to finish it off. So I will start like here. Because really, when you start here with the brow, right here, you really don't want this to be any further over than right here, than the ridge of your nose, of your nostril, okay? Right here. Just let that be a guide. Let that be a guide. So it shouldn't be all the way down in there. Nope. Let that be a guide to you, okay? Right here. And it'd be nice if you had some hair in there, that would be good too. So when you fill it in, you know, you can kind of just brush the hair around in there. So now I'm going to go back up top, and I'm just going to what am I doing here? I'm just basically going over that line again, just giving it a nice little shape. Nice little shape, little arch in there, okay? Now, it looks kind of dark to me. It's a little bit dark. But that's all right. I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I'm going to do is take this brush. Now, this is when the spoolie comes in hand. And really, let me see. I have one somewhere, a spoolie in here that just has the little brush on the end. But I don't know what happened to it. So, we won't worry about it. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. I don't know where I'm getting all these little these pencils from. I got this. I found this one in my car. I bought it a long time ago. And this one, or maybe this was the one that was in my car. But this is a spoolie right here. the little brush on the end. Okay, I like to use this because it shades a little bit better. And we just gonna brush, 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 brush. See that? That softens that hardened line that we just created. Just gonna brush it. Brush, brush, brush here. See, that's all I'm doing is brushing it in, filling it in, filling it in, filling it in, okay? Filling it in. Filling it in. All right. Let's see, you just fill it in, fill it in. And brush that hair up in there. That's why you don't want to cut too much of that hair off, of your brow hair off, because you need it to fill it in. All right. Then we're going to take this Q-tip and I will just check it out to make sure, like, is there anything extra? It's not a whole lot. I really don't see much underneath of the line. If so, that's all right, because you're going to go over it with concealer later. So, all right, then I will take this again. I'm one of those, I'm real picky with it. I'm gonna try to keep it short for you guys though. And I'm gonna go back under here again, just looking in that corner here. Let me see if you guys can tell. Look at this camera. I'm trying to get it to focus. Like the closer I get. So of course, because I had a little less hair here, the way my brows grow, you just take the pencil, and that's what is there for. Just draw the line there, and then once again, and then you just kind of lightly, you just kind of swooping at that, you know, like this here, ever so lightly, just swoop across there. And then we're gonna make sure we're not going too far. All right. I'll take this again. And we're just filling it in, filling it in. Okay, let me look here, see what I'm doing. Make sure I'm not looking clownish, you guys. All right. I think we're all right. I think we're good with that. Let's do the other side. We'll worry about it, you know, any extras later, because y'all will see I'm a bit OCD, bit of a perfectionist there, and I will keep going and keep going and keep going, you know, until every hair, as you can see, is in place for me. So see what I'm saying? Just keep going, keep doing it. And then you want it to kind of, when you go in with the shape of your brow, if your brows don't go like down and up, around and all that, I don't know about that. I mean, it's up to you, but I just think it just looks better when you go with the natural shape of your brow, you know. It looks a bit more natural. You don't look so what's the word, so plastic, I guess, you know, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but yeah, you guys get it, I'm sure. Okay. And then once again, I just go on top and I just kind of, there we go. Okay. I'll fix this up more later. I keep saying it and then I keep messing with it. So let's just go ahead and do the other side. All right. Now we're going to go over here and do the same thing. We're going to start in the middle right here. Come on, focus. There we go. We're going to start in the middle, and then we're just going to draw that line. Let's go down. Once again, you are outlining your brow. Okay. Go underneath. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. And this brow here, it's got a little more hair like down in that curve than this one here. But when you got that nice sharp pencil, it's perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to take this Q-tip once again, because I like that to be nice and sharp right there. Nice and tight. All right, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to go over the top. I'm going to start here, because you see how here, right here, and I'm just going to come down with it. And kind of come down until it meets. I don't think it's supposed to go too far out. This one is not really long over here. I don't like them too long. All right, it's your preference. All right. Okay. I think one of my brows, it's a little longer anyway, so I have to be mindful of that. So now I'm going over the top, as you can see. And like I said, because they're a little pointed at the top, take your pencil, and that gives you the option to curve it, create the arch right there, natural arch, so it's not a point and then down. Create the arch over the top of this brow, not all the way down here. Really, the bottom part, you go down in the bottom, but the top, you don't go as far down with it, because you want it to look faded out, like it's a natural brow, and it's faded from the beginning. Then it starts to fill as you go towards the end. So, and sometimes I might, but then I'll go in with that Q-tip and clean it up real good. I'm going to take this, and we're just going to brush it in, fill it in, shade it in. See y'all, so it's kind of dark on this side over here. This side I got good light because I have the camera phone right up under. Okay, up under the light. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my pencil once again, fill it in, just kind of a little bit more. There we go. Here, I'm going to go up top and give it that, go across to give it that more, a little bit more of that shape. Okay, and then sometimes you get a little heavy-handed like I am now. You just take this, fade it out, fade it out. See how I'm just kind of rubbing in there and fade it out. Just dab at it. That'll fade it right on out for you, so it's not so heavy. But even when you brush it, you use a spoolie or your brush to brush it out, get rid of those hard lines. It should soften it up for you. Okay. There we go. And some people, I've seen them, they will kind of like go in and somehow, and it's faded. I'm not really sure, but this is what works for me, and this is why it's good to keep a sharp pencil. All right, let's make sure we're good. So we got a nice little arch at the top, at the bottom. All right, and I'm just, wait a minute. There we go. Just ever so lightly across the top, swooping at it, not necessarily drawing it, but just kind of lightly outlining it, you know, then brushing. And that's the key. You got to outline and then you brush. Outline and then you brush to fill in, to kill those harsh lines, okay? So it'll look as natural as possible. Outline, brush. All right. Okay. And then, once again, we look in here. I see mine are right here. It's cool. I could take this and actually take that Q-tip. You can go right on the inside there, just like that. Just like that. And this one is okay over here. Probably could come in a little bit more, but no, we'll see. We don't want to walk around looking like Cookie Monster. Got a notification on the top of my phone, y'all. All right. Okay. We ain't gonna do this all night. I'll be at this thing all night long, y'all. This is me in the morning getting ready for work. I'm gonna tell you, when you first starting out, give yourself some time with these brows, just for your brows alone. If you sit down and put on your makeup, sit down about an hour. Once you get ready, give yourself about an hour just to put your makeup on. And it shouldn't take you that long, but you know, just especially when you're starting with the brows, because I'm trying to tell you, well, if you're anything like me, it's got to be just so. That's just me. All right. We still got some hard lines up here. We'll work it out. All right. So, see there? And back up. And then actually, I might take this, go along the top just a little bit, because I don't want it too thick at the top and real thin at the bottom. So however you desire it or want the shape of your brow, that's what you do. That's what that Q-tip is for. It is your friend. Okay. So, and it, say for instance, if you didn't have time to do anything else on the weekends and you're running, you got to go, and you don't have time to do a whole lot else, that could work. And but what you would do, see, I keep playing. This is me right here with this brow. Always something going on over here. You could take your brow gel and just take that brow gel to set the brow at this point right here, if that worked for you, and you got to go. You don't have a whole lot of time. You're like, you know what? That's good. They're shaped up pretty good. I got to get out of here now. Or even you go to work, you know, you want to do, just add a little something extra, especially if you don't have a lot, but you want to just kind of add a little something just to make you feel alive. Because I'm not going to lie, y'all. You know, when you do your brows, they do make you feel put together. At least for me anyway. So, all right. Then you could put your brow pencil on, not your brow pencil, but the brow gel, and keep going. Now, so now that we've done that, this is the next thing here. I keep shading in. Sorry. All right, so this is what we're going to do now. Y'all get the hint. You get what I'm doing here, because I'll keep doing this until every time a little bit I see in that light. All right, we're going to stop now. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put some of these tops back on all these different little pencils I have. I'm going to take, where is it? What did I do with it? Oh, here it is, sorry. The concealer, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to dab a little bit on my napkin, okay? On this paper towel I got right here, because I do spread a paper towel out. I'll show y'all. I'm going to dab it. And I'm going to use this brush here. Let me show you what I did. Okay. Y'all see what I got going on right here? You see it? Right there. Just a little dab, if you can see it. Okay. I hope you saw it. All right. So Let's put this back. Put you back where I had you. Probably shouldn't have messed with you. Okay. Trying to get you all right. Okay. Uh-oh. You're naked, I think. Let's see. I hope I didn't mess y'all up. Okay. So now we're going to take this and we're just going to dab it in this concealer a little bit on each side. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go underneath. Now I'm going to start here. And see, it's a little bit, I can see that line right here a bit. So we'll just brush it just a little bit more. But actually this concealer is going to help fade that out a bit, okay? There we go. So now we're going to take this, just like this, right under here. Yeah, you need a steady hand. But just go right here, that angle, that point right there. See that? And just go around that arched brow. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Just go around it just like that. This really will make it look as if you just got your brows done. You got a fresh new look. But we're still doing it. But just look at the difference in this and that. And I only put just a little bit there. But you see that difference? You see that? I'm going to go back here. And this is just me doing what I do. See? And just go around. And then even sometimes what you can do is take your pencil if you need to and go back in. If you see an area or so that maybe you feel like, oh, I missed a little spot there. And then you could fill that in. Just not too harsh, okay? See that? And you take this Q-tip and make sure you're not running much on the end. You can even take the Q-tip and go underneath what you've done there. See it? Right underneath here and kind of clean it up a little bit, because what you don't want is a big line of concealer under there. You know, if you're going to put on, even if you're going to put on eyeshadow, which is most times I do, and sometimes I don't, depends on how much time I'm working with. But you can put that concealer under there, fade it out a little bit, blend it out, and then put your eyeshadow on, and you could use your eye primer, or you can even use the concealer on the lid. Okay. I'm just going up in the arch part right here. Make sure it's good. And then this is another guide for me with doing this. I will take the pencil. Okay. And I will go back. Now I can go back to this over here. Right in there, and just kind of ever so lightly just kind of dust at it if I need to. Right up in there. Make it a little darker here, just a little lighter up in there. There we go. You see? Take that brush once again and just brush it. Just brush it. See that? And then what I will do afterwards, take this and we're going to go over the top here, just so. And sometimes I'll do it this way, or I'll take it, flatten it out like that, and just go across the top just like that. Just like that. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Don't overdo it, because you don't want to walk around looking like you done took 2 paint brushes and just went underneath the eyes like that. You don't want to do that. You want to look as natural as possible. Polished, but natural. You want to enhance. I don't want to say polished. I guess maybe a little bit polished, but natural, okay? Enhance the beauty that you have, that God gave you. See that? All right, then what I do typically is take my little sponge brush here and go across the top of that brow, just like that, to make sure we don't have any harshness going on, just to kind of blend it out a little bit. And then I got a little bit of oil on my lid because it is evening, you guys. Okay, you see that? I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and just put a little brow gel on and stop, because I don't want my video. I want it to keep playing all the way through for y'all. So let's do the other side. I don't want it to cut off. So we're going to start here. See? All right. My eyelashes are in the way, because normally when I do this, I don't have mascara on. My eyelashes are naturally a bit long. See? So this is why I say give yourself about an hour. Y'all see why I say that, right? Okay. Especially starting out. Okay, let's see. Can you tell? Okay. Let's see. All right. Whoa, focus, focus. I wanted to focus, y'all. It's giving me trouble. Let's go over the top. See, that kind of helps. If you get any extra up there that you don't want any pencil, it'll kind of help shape it up as well with the concealer. Okay. And then you just want to brush, 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 brush. Let's see what you're working with. All right. Well, there we go. Trying to come back in close. Let's see. But you see how brushing that hair just, you know, kind of fills it in there. There we go. Let's see if we need to take this again and go. It's a little thin. There we go. There we go. Okay. But as you go along, just check it out and see how it looks. See, this wants to point up. We're not going to have that. There we go. See how that created just a little bit more of an arch. All right. Now, I'm going to let this do it, guys. Now, if it was up to me, I'd keep playing if I was really getting into it. But I want to make sure I have enough time. I don't want my video to cut off. Now I'm just going back across it here with the sponge. Now what I'm going to do, So there you go. That gives you a nice little polished look, little professional look, you know, day or night. And then depending on what you got going on, you can add your, of course, if you're going to do eyeliner, you always want to put, if you put eyeliner underneath, you need to put it up top as well. And then to me, mascara makes the eye. Even if you just do your brows and your mascara, a little bit of blush and lipstick, there you go. You got a pop of color here and here. Your brows are done, your lashes, your eyes are, you're setting it off, okay? Here we go. This. Now, last little finishing touch so that they stay in place. We're going to take this brow gel and we're just going to go here just like that. And that will just set them in place for you. See? Once again, this is Mary Kay, but I will be branding my own. The Lord is willing. That's the goal. I'll start working on that. Okay? See there? There we go. And we'll do this one. And you want to just brush, brush, brush. There we go. Brush that hair up in there to keep it up at an angle for you. I hope this helps, guys. If not, let me know down in the comments what you like, what you don't like, and we'll do it again. But like I said, I will do another one. And the next one will be using pomade. I'll show you guys how to do it with pomade and a pencil. And then I have a mechanical pencil, so I might wait on that mechanical pencil to come in. We'll see. But for now, I wanted to at least put this out here because I ran into one of my customers at work came in to pay her bill, and I was like, oh no, I haven't done the video. She said, when are we going to get this video? So I felt so bad. So, and then one of the others said something on Instagram. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I know I've been procrastinating. Not really procrastinating, but busy, you guys, with real estate, staging the house, and then just getting up. I was getting up at like 3 something in the morning. 4 o'clock though, my clock goes off. Sometimes I will wake up sooner just to pray and meditate. Just trying to do some different things this year. Y'all gotta make it happen. You see? There we go. And then if it feels like it's a little too sharp on the edge like here, because once you put that brow gel on, sometimes it'll make you look a little sharp. You know, you don't want to look too sharp with it. There we go. I hope that worked for y'all. Can you see? Hope it works. Y'all get the hint. There we go. I think we got it. But you got it. You just shape it up because I'll keep doing this, you know. But here we go. And I think I'm going to let my gray grow out. But anyways, I hope you guys like it. Please let me know what you'd like to see. One day I might play around with some, what you call that stuff? I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got some of this stuff down here. But anyways, what is this stuff? What is it called? Highlighter. That's it. Highlighter. We'll see. That's a whole lot. I already do too much with these brows. So, but there we go, guys. All right, you guys. Time to go. Talk to you guys later. Bye.